Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be picking out my TBR for the month of December 2025. I'm not going to say it, even though everyone has said it, but here we are in the month of December, and yeah, I've got all of my physical books. I've got my Kindle here. We'll go over what I did last month, how I did, not so great again. And then I've also got this shelf here with all of the other books that I have not read. It was a good reading month for me. I just didn't really stick to my TBR. I think I have too many other like challenges and stuff going on that I just forget. So let's go ahead and get started by reviewing last month. So on last month's TBR, I had 3 physical books and 3 Kindle books. So the first one was Daisy Jones and the Six, which I did not read. Lies of Lena, which I did read. I finished that one last night at like 3 in the morning, so I guess technically this morning. It is November 30th, so last day to film this. And then the other one was Variation by Rebecca Yarros. That was my challenge book for the month. My challenge is to read the most popular book that was published the year before, like added to most shelves on Goodreads. I'm actually pretty far behind on that, so I haven't done September, October, or now November. And December, we'll try to add it. If not, I'll tell you guys at the end about the other books that I need to add to my TBR if we can't get them on here. But for physical books, I had Foxglove by Adeline Grace. I did not read that. The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner. Did not read that. But if I am able to start another book today, it will be this one because it's relatively short. Pure and Easy I did read, so that's exciting. And I can give this back to my friend because I borrowed this from her. If you guys want to see like how I liked these books, definitely check out my review that I'll be posting in a week or so. But I haven't quite finished reading this month yet. I'm in the middle of another one, which I should be able to finish today. But we'll put this back up here with all the books that I actually read. There's 4 physical books up there, which is very exciting because usually I don't read 4 physical books, but it happened this month. Yay. Okay, let's go through. This is the jar that I keep in my bedside table. There's also NyQuil in here. I was quite sick this month a little bit, so I did some traveling and I was sick, and you know. So we need to go through and take out all of the little slips of paper and put them back into their jars. There are 5 jars. There is, yes, 5 jars. Continuous series, physical book, non-physical book. Oop, I read that one. 25 and 25, and prompt. And that's one pretty self-explanatory. I'll pull a prompt and then try to fit a book to that prompt. We have a spinner wheel, and then on the spinner wheel there's also a free pick and a Kindle Unlimited free pick. So I'm just putting all the ones in this little cup that I need to get rid of. Intermezzo, I'm gonna put back in the cup because that is one of my challenge books. That's a September book, so that should be the next one up for that challenge that I read, but you know. Bewitched, that was a while ago, physical book. I haven't gone through this cup in a while, it seems. Tale of the Heart Queen, finished that series. Trial of the Sun Queen, finished that series. Pines, I read. And By Any Other Name, I did finish. Okay, so we only had to add a couple more things back into the cups. I don't think I took them all out last month. Usually I'll go through and like take out the ones that I am reading, because like if I don't pull it from the jar, I don't want to forget to not pull it from the jar if I do read it. But yeah, anyway, that being said, there could be slips of paper in these jars that I have already read or finished. All right, so let's pull up the spinner wheel. I just used my laptop here, and let's go ahead and spin the wheel to get what our first book will be. I'm gonna pick 6. Kindle Unlimited free pick. I've never gotten this, I don't think. In the few months that I've been playing this way, I have never gotten a Kindle Unlimited free pick. So I have quite a few books. I believe I have 19 downloaded. You're allowed to download 20 at a time. I think sometimes things come off of Kindle and it's not like available anymore, like Kindle Unlimited. So I want to like download it while I can, you know? Let's see, because they don't like take it off or anything. Let's go to the library and then Kindle Unlimited. There are 20 books on here because I have not deleted The Lies of Lena yet, which, that book. Okay, so we have quite a few options. We have Variation by Rebecca Yarros and The Boyfriend. Those are my challenge books, so I'm not gonna pick those. I could put Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. What else is on here? That would finish a duology. Our Infinite Fates, On Wings of Blood, Part of Your World, that's a 25 and 25. I've only read 15 of those, so they're gonna roll over to next year, as well as any challenge books that I don't finish by the end of the year, so probably all of them. Quicksilver is my challenge book for the month of December, although I really wanna read the other ones before I get to that, so I'm not gonna pick it because realistically, I'm not gonna finish those 3 books this month before I get to that one. The oldest one is Spark of the Everflame. That is a very long book. I don't wanna start out like that. You know what? Is the Prison Healer on here? Yes, I'm gonna pick The Prison Healer as my first book. I've just wanted to read the book for a while. So there's nothing in here that is another series or anything, I don't think. These are all like Woven by Gold is a series. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I can't see, it's covered by a check mark. So it's either Lynette Noni or Ninette Noni. That doesn't make sense. So it's on the screen anyway. So that's our first book, is Kindle Unlimited Free Pick, and I'm going with The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Why do I think it's Nanette? Is it Lynette or Nanette? I don't know. Anyway, let's close, and then let's do spin number 2 to see what we're gonna get. I like the option. This is less option. Okay, physical book. So I have this cup right here that has all of the physical books that I own in here, I think. I've added a couple. I actually only bought 1 physical book this past month. I think Just Conform is the only one that I bought. I bought some Kindle books, but even then, I think it was less than 10, which is a record for me. So go me. Let's see. Okay, I'm mixing these up because I just added some more in there. What do we got? We have a piece of paper, and it says, Why We Love Baseball. Okay. This is a nonfiction, and I'm not mad about that. Normally I'd be like, ew, a nonfiction, but I have wanted to read this for a while. This is a nonfiction about why Americans and people love baseball. So let's see. This is by Joe Posnanski, the greatest living sports writer. I don't know of him, but you know, I did purchase it at Target. Sorry if that bothers you, the sticker. Major moments that created legends and a forgotten, almost lost to time. Willie Mays' catch, Babe Ruth's called shot, and Kirk Gibson limping hold run. The slickest steals, the biggest bombs, the most triumphant no-hitters. Acute observations to get at the real heart of the game, from the 19th century pitchers' duels to breaking the sports color line in the 40s, all the way to the greatest trick play of the last decade and the slide home that became a meme. So it's basically like all of these things about like the greatest moments of history and why we love baseball, I believe. I'm not sure if it's an analysis of why we love baseball or if it's just like a bunch of stuff about like all of the best stuff that's ever happened in baseball, but either way, I'm in. So that's our second book is Why We Love Baseball. I'm excited about that. And that for Herkyed, which if you don't know, Herkyed is the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. I'll be posting an update on that later this month of where I'm at. But this can count for nonfiction for sports. And then also, this is the reddest cover I've ever seen. So, red cover, yay. I already know what I can count this for. So, Why I Love Baseball, 2 books down. Let's close and spin again. Spin again. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? 25 and 25 it looks like. Or maybe free pick? No, it's not gonna go. 25 and 25. That's good because it's December and there's 10 left in here. So I'm hoping for a physical book. These are my 25 and 25 physical books that I haven't read yet. So The Ministry of Time would be cool. The Life Impossible. Hopefully it's not Mistborn. I just feel like that would be a lot. It is Baby X. Okay, so Baby X is an audiobook that I have. It is a science fiction thriller, I believe, about test tube babies. Let me look up a little description and read it to you guys. I bought this on audio because it was like on sale for like $5 or something a while ago. Let's go to Goodreads. It is a thriller by Kira Haykoff. And In the near future, with stolen celebrity DNA is sold, a singer hires a guard, but a woman claims he fathered her baby. Okay, that sounds great. So it's a speculative thriller, perfect for fans of Blake Crouch and John Mars. Great, that sold me. That's probably why I bought it, because I love both of those authors. Okay, 3. So we have an audio, a physical, and a Kindle. I'd like to get more physical books on here, but I'm not mad about that. Okay, spin, spin, spin. What do we got? 25 yen. Free pick, free pick, free pick. Okay, so one of the books that I really wanted to get on here is the October new release that I need to read. And I'm gonna go with Conform by Ariel Sullivan. I have no idea what it's about. I saw someone who I really like on Instagram talk about how they liked it. They convinced me to buy it, so I did. And let's see. In the far future, one young woman becomes torn between two loves and two sides of a rebellion in the first novel of a sweeping dystopian romance series. So it's going to be a series. A lifelong outcast, 27-year-old Amelia. First of all, let's start with I love that she is 27 and not 17. She's sorting ancient art for destruction centuries after catastrophic war nearly decimated humanity. Society is now ruled by an elusive and technologically advanced called the Ilium, who constantly monitor the population's health and mandate procreation contracts. Very Handmaid's Tale. But her bleak existence is shattered when, for the first time in decades, an Ilum, named Colin, takes a mate, which is her. Baffled as to why she was chosen, she's swept into a dangerous game of the courting phase where one wrong move can mean elimination. Okay, so this is like The Bachelor meets The Handmaid's Tale. Do you want to win this game? I don't know, but it does seem interesting. I think it might be YA. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully it's YA. I just prefer YA. It's only a little over, it's 401 pages with the epilogue, so totally doable. That's gonna be our second book. Cool. Okay, next we are at 4 out of 5. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. What are we gonna get? Another physical book. That is good. We need to read the physical books here. Okay, we need to read the physical books. So back to our physical book jar or cup, mug, whatever you want to call it. Oh, one fell out. I'm gonna put it back in because I saw what it was and I don't want to read it. That's my excuse. Okay, this is my game. Okay, what's this one? I picked from like the middle and the back. Celtic Empire. That is a fantasy, which is right here by Clive Cussler. Here's the thing. I don't know if I can read this because it's like number 27 in a series and I didn't know that. It's a Dark Pit novel. So a deadly river collision puts Dark Pit on the trail, or Dirk Pit, not Dark. That's his name, I'm guessing. On a trail of ancient mystery stretching back thousands of years. When a rogue cargo freighter strikes an oil tanker in the Detroit River, the oil spill is the worst marine disaster in years. Dirk Pitt's Numa team lead the cleanup operation with the help of the new green tech firm BioRem. But one of the Numa's best divers dies suspiciously while working on the wreck. Pitt fears there's more to BioRem than saving the environment. Discover a trail of unexplained deaths which appear to be linked to BioRem sites around the world. Pitt unravels a mystery from our past that could jeopardize mankind's future. But someone is determined to make sure Pitt and his associates don't survive to learn the truth. I've never read by Clive Cussler, although I have been quite excited to. I think he's like definitely an author I think I would like. Can you read the Dirk Pitt novels out of order? That seems like very standalone to me, but is there going to be stuff that I'm not going to understand? Yes, you can read the Dirk Pitt novels out of order, as most are standalone adventures, but reading them in chronological or publication order is recommended for a better experience. This will help you follow the characters' development and any minor plot threads. Okay. Each book is designed to be read on its own and you won't be completely lost if you skip around. Okay, good enough for me. I'll read this. And I love the cover, it's beautiful. This is like my favorite color green. So we'll read this one. I don't think it's too long either, 430s, in the 430s, but it's like kind of a shorter book, especially in comparison to like Conform. So that is number 5. Okay, great. Would love one more physical book just to like try to get this down, you know? Let's try to get this down. Close. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel one last time. Physical book again, perfect. I like that. Now, what am I gonna get? Who knows? That is kind of, you know, I would not have picked Why We Love Baseball and Celtic Empire for my December TBR, but you know, that's okay. All right, let's go with this one. It says Lacey's of Liverpool. Okay, so this is a historical fiction, and that is where have I put that book? Lacey's of Liverpool. Where are you? I know oh, here it is, right here. So this is a used book that I have by Maureen Lee. Alice Lacey couldn't be more different than her sister-in-law, the bitter, ambitious Cora, and when both women give birth to 2 sons on one chaotic night in Liverpool in 1940, Cora's jealousy and resentment prompt her into an action with the most far-reaching consequences. I'm gonna guess she steals the other girl's baby. Alice's own happiness is soured when her husband, disfigured in an accident, turns against his family. As her marriage slowly begins to disintegrate, Alice looks for life outside her home and decides to buy the tiny hairdressers where she works. But to do this, she must first borrow money from Cora. Okay. Is this a series? I don't think so. No, I think it's just a historical fiction. This was published in Great Britain in 2001. Okay, we'll read that. You know, this was a very odd TBR, not gonna lie. So to recap, we have my Kindle Unlimited free pick, which is gonna be The Prison Healer, and Baby X on audio for a 25 and 25. We have Lacey's of Liverpool for a physical book pick. Clive Cussler's Celtic Empire for another physical book pick. And our first, and the third one we're talking about, but Why We Love Baseball, a history in 50 moments. Okay, so it's like 50 moments of baseball. This will be really fun to read. I love baseball, if you don't know. So yeah, we're gonna read that. And then I got a free pick, which I picked Conform by Ariel Sullivan for my October new release that I need to read for her yet. Okay, so what else do I need to read? My book club's book for December, January, we're not meeting in December, is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I've already read, so yay. I actually read it mostly in October, and then I finished it on like November 1st, so it'll be in my next review video, what I thought of that. What else do I need to read? I really don't think there's anything else that I actually have to get. Oh, you know what? I know what I need to read. There are a couple of Goodreads choice, not Goodreads choice, but Goodreads bookmarks that I need to earn still. One of them is like a spine tingler. And for that, I think I'm gonna do Buffalo Hunter Hunter, because that also is gonna qualify for Indigenous voices. I also have the Berry Pickers, which I could do for Indigenous voices in case I don't like that book, but I feel like I'm gonna love Buffalo Hunter Hunter. I did try to buy it physically, but the bookstore I was at did not have it anymore. And then there's like Heartwarmers, which is one I haven't finished, and I'm gonna do, oh yeah, here it is, Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood. I've been meaning to read this book for a while. Basically, from what I remember, this book is about a woman who dies, and then while she's like in heaven, meets the love of her life, but then there's a mistake and he goes back to Earth, and then she makes a deal. If she can find him in like 10 days or a week or something and fall in love, then she can stay on Earth. Not sure what the deal is or why you would take that, but you know. Oh, and she choked, died on a microwave burger. So isn't that fun? So yeah, I need to read that one. And then The other one, I don't think I know what the last one is yet because I have to wait for the final rounds of the Goodreads Choice Awards and read one of those, which I have, I'm sure, lots of options for that. I don't know what I'm going to choose for that yet, but we will see. And I think those are the only 3 I have left. Spine Tanglers. Can I go? Oh, I can't go on my Goodreads. Stupid laptop. Yeah, I think that's it. Spine Tanglers. I can't do that last one yet. Indigenous Voices and Heartwarmer. I think that's all. Oh, Fiction Faves, which, oh, that's what Buffalo Hunter also applies for, is Fiction Faves, and, or maybe it's 3 that works for. I don't know. I have to read. I know Intermezzo works for that too. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm gonna be adding this to my TBR as well because I do want to read it, and it's one of the only books I have for that category, and it's physical, and I need to read it. It's, 360 pages-ish. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you're reading in the month of December. This is not a very December-ish TBR, but that's okay. It doesn't matter what month it is. Hopefully I can get like a cozy read in there as well. I would love to finish the Emily Wilde series this month. I would love to do, I have a Christmas book. I have 2 Christmas books actually. I don't know where they are. Oh, Comfort and Joy by Kristen Hanna. And then I also have like one of the Christmas Tree Farm, those books? The Cinnamon Spice Hotel or whatever. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. The Christmas Tree Farm. So maybe if I could read this one. I didn't read it last year. Will I read it next year? Who knows? I could just keep it forever and maybe read it in July. Who knows? But anyway, that is it. I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.